Are there dragons in heaven? The truth about Isaiah 6. Today we will be talking about the Seraphim. But first, let's see what Scripture has to say. Isaiah's vision and commission. Isaiah 6, 1-10. In the year that King Uzziah died, I saw also the Lord sitting upon his throne, high and lifted up, and his train filled the temple. Above it stood the seraphims. Each one had 6 wings. With twain he covered his face, and with twain he covered his feet, and with twain he did fly. Holy, holy, holy is the Lord of hosts. The whole world is full of his glory. And the posts of the door moved at the voice of him who cried, and the house was filled with smoke. Then said I, Woe is me, for I am undone, because I am a man of unclean lips, and I dwell in the midst of a people of unclean lips. For my eyes have seen the King, the Lord of hosts. Then flew one of the seraphims unto me, having a live coal in his hand, which he had taken with the tongs from off the altar. And he laid it upon my mouth and said, Lo, this has touched your lips, and your iniquity is taken away, and your sin is purged. And I heard the voice of the Lord saying, Whom shall I send, and who will go for us? Then I said, Here I am, send me. And he said, Go and tell this people, Hear you indeed, but understand not, and see you indeed, but perceive not. Make the heart of this people fat, and make their ears heavy, and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and understand with their heart, and convert, and be healed. Now that we have read the Scripture, could the seraphims in Isaiah 6 really be dragons? In the year that King Uzziah died, the prophet saw something terrifying. Not angels with soft wings and glowing halos, but burning beings surrounding the throne of God. The Bible calls them seraphim, and that word changes everything. Because in Hebrew, the word seraph literally means the burning one, but it gets stranger. The same Hebrew word is also used elsewhere in Scripture to describe fiery serpent, snakes, dragon-like creatures. So what exactly did Isaiah see? Isaiah chapter 6 describes beings with 6 wings, 2 covering their faces, 2 covering their feet, and 2 used to fly. They cried out, Holy, holy, holy is the Lord of hosts, the whole earth is full of his glory. Their voices shook the temple, smoke filled the throne room, and Isaiah collapsed in fear. Now here's where the debate begins. Some ancient Jewish connected seraphim with fiery heavenly serpents. Others believed they were a special order of angels unlike anything humans could fully understand. And modern researchers? Some argued the description sounds shockingly similar to ancient dragon imagery found across the ancient world, winged, fiery, serpent-like, guardians of divine power. Could the seraphim appear dragon-like, or are dragons in ancient myths corrupted memories of real heavenly beings humanity once liked or feared? The Bible never fully explains what seraphims looked like. And maybe that's the point. Isaiah wasn't trying to describe fantasy creatures. He was trying to describe the indescribable. A holy encounter so overwhelming that human language could barely contain it. Whatever the seraphim truly are, one thing is certain. When Isaiah saw everything, he immediately realized how small he was before the glory of God. Since Scripture mentioned the seraphim covered its face, many interpreters assume recognizable facial features rather than dragon heads or abstract forms. The reason many scholars conclude they had human-like faces comes from verse 6-2, with twain covered their face. At the same time, some scholars connect seraphim with fiery serpents or dragon-like imagery because the Hebrew word seraph can also refer to burning serpents in other Old Testament passages. When the seraphim touched Isaiah's lips, it purified and cleaned him so he could speak to the Lord. Maybe the seraphim are more of a burning, radiant presence with overwhelming holiness rather than monster imagery. Let me know in the comments what you think the seraphim look like. Please like and subscribe.